Sweden's decision to activate a major procurement option for more than 300 additional Sisu GTP 4x4 armored patrol vehicles marks one of the most significant recent investments in Nordic protected mobility. While at first glance the announcement appears as a straightforward expansion of an existing framework agreement, the strategic context reveals a deeper transformation underway in Scandinavian land forces. With the total combined backlog for Sweden and Finland now exceeding 500 vehicles, this move signals a long-term commitment to interoperability, fleet standardization, and a strong regional industrial base, elements that are becoming increasingly critical amid Europe's evolving security landscape. Activating the optional tranche within the Finnish-Swedish FISE cooperation framework allows both nations to accelerate their modernization efforts without encountering bureaucratic delays. This mechanism was deliberately included in the original 2024 contracts to ensure freedom of action in scaling production rapidly if the security situation demanded it. That moment has clearly arrived. The Swedish Defence Materiel Administration, in close coordination with Finnish defence authorities, is leveraging this flexibility to secure vehicle deliveries between 2026 and 2028, synchronized with Sisu Auto's production ramp-up in Finland. This is not merely about expanding inventory, it is about building a sustainable procurement rhythm that supports both military readiness and industrial capacity. The Sisu GTP 4x4 itself plays a central role in this modernization drive. Far from being just a light armored truck, the GTP is a deliberately modular multirole platform designed to fill a wide spectrum of operational gaps. The architecture allows the chassis, protection package, and mission equipment to be tailored for anything from medical evacuation to CBRN reconnaissance, command functions, and even ground-based air defense. For the Swedish Army, which operates the vehicle under the designation TGB-24, this modularity means the same platform can be deployed across unit types while still meeting varied tactical and logistical demands. For Finland, already operating several configurations, the system strengthens a fleet concept built around commonality and rapid reconfiguration. On a technical level, the vehicle is engineered for the type of demanding terrain that dominates the Nordic region. Its 6.7-liter turbo diesel engine generating approximately 270 horsepower, coupled with an automatic transmission, ensures high traction on soft or muddy ground, an essential feature in environments shaped by snow, peat, and forest roads. STANAG-4569 Level 2 ballistic protection and a V-shaped hull give crews survivability against small arms fire, mines, and improvised explosive devices. With a payload capacity nearing 2 tons and independent suspension that supports climbing 0.4-meter obstacles, the GTP effectively occupies the niche between traditional patrol vehicles and heavier MAP-class platforms. It provides enough protection for frontline movement while maintaining the mobility required for dispersed operations. The new Swedish order extends to specialized variants that underline how this platform fits into broader operational concepts. Medical units will benefit from protected ambulances capable of cross-country extraction under fire. CBRN teams receive a mobile shield for hazardous reconnaissance in contaminated zones. Command variants support frontline tactical coordination, integrating communication suites aligned with Swedish and Finnish command networks. Even more noteworthy is the investment in air defense versions equipped for sensors, mast systems, and digital fire control links. As low-altitude threats, from drones to loitering munitions, expand across modern battlefields, the ability to mount air defense mission kits on a mobile, protected chassis becomes a critical force multiplier. Mobility is another decisive factor. The GTP's weight allows for transportation by the A400M Atlas, which provides strategic mobility across the Nordic region and within NATO's rapid movement planning. Operationally, the vehicle's 700-kilometer range is not a trivial detail. In northern Sweden and Finland, where supply lines stretch across vast, sparsely populated areas, endurance is as important as armor. The integration of upgraded air conditioning and filtration systems reflects lessons from recent conflicts, where armored crews routinely operate in enclosed environments contaminated by smoke, dust, or chemical agents. Automatic traction control and ABS tuned for off-road surfaces enable consistent performance in reconnaissance, convoy escort, and troop transport roles, missions that define daily land force activity. However, the deeper significance of the procurement lies in its strategic implications for Nordic defense alignment. Since 2022, the security environment in the Baltic Sea region has undergone dramatic shifts, pushing Sweden and Finland toward intensified cooperation even before Stockholm's full entry into NATO. The FISE framework now operates as a model of bilateral defense integration, joint procurement, shared logistics, standardized training pipelines, and mutual industrial support. By choosing a common protected mobility platform, both nations reduce spare parts complexity, harmonize maintenance cycles, and ensure that mixed Swedish-Finnish units can operate seamlessly during combined exercises or real-world contingencies. The industrial dimension is equally important. Sisu Auto's ability to scale production demonstrates the strategic value of sustaining regional defense manufacturing. Creating a stable multi-year order pipeline strengthens Nordic autonomy over critical military systems, buffering supply chains against global disruptions. The company reports around 120 vehicles already delivered to both nations, with continuous orders ensuring technological development and workforce stability. There is also an emerging export vector, with discussions underway to introduce the GTP to another European customer, a development that would reinforce the platform's position on the continent. For Sweden, whose defense posture is being reshaped as it joins NATO fully, expanding the GTP fleet aligns with its shift toward higher readiness, distributed operations, and rapid reaction capabilities. The vehicles will likely feature prominently in Sweden's northern defense strategy, which emphasizes mobility, cross-border reinforcement with Finland, and protection of critical infrastructure along the Baltic coast. For Finland, the GTP is part of a long-term modernization cycle that balances mobilization-centered defense doctrine with investments in high-technology systems and improved tactical mobility. Ultimately, the enlarged Sisu GTP procurement represents more than a technical fleet upgrade. It is part of a broader recalibration of Nordic land forces toward resilience, interoperability, and operational flexibility. As Europe moves deeper into an era defined by contested airspace, hybrid threats, and the need for rapid force deployment, the ability to field a unified, well-protected, and highly mobile vehicle fleet becomes a strategic advantage. Sweden and Finland, through this joint acquisition, are not simply buying trucks, they are reinforcing the architecture of a coherent regional defense network that will shape Baltic security for the next decade.